Hey guys, welcome back. PG Mining10 here with episode 5 of our Let's Get Technical. Now, this episode, I would like to get a bunch of awesome stuff done, as always, but we really need to go to the Nether, and that is something that I really have to get done. Otherwise, we simply are not going to be able to continue on, because if we go over to the Mace Raider recipe, as you see, I actually need to make some paint as well, but if you go over to the Mace Raider recipe, it actually requires either a diamond ore gate or an advanced circuit, which is here, and we actually need glowstone to do that, and I don't think, let's see, there's really no way to get this without doing the Nether. So what I've done is I used a turtle to get ourselves a bunch of obsidian in the live stream. If you missed that, I believe it should be up by now, but it was about a 2-hour live stream. So yeah, if you want to go watch that, you can. And next live stream is actually probably going to be today. I don't know when this is going to be up, but it should be today. And I'm actually now, every time I live stream, I'm putting up this map as a server. And basically, I transfer it from single player over to a server play. And then once I get done with the live stream, I will actually copy all the files and then put it back in a single player. And it's a little bit complicated, but for you guys, I will do it just because I'm sure some of you want to play with me, and you guys have been asking for it. So I didn't get a very good turnout last time. I think I got 2 people to get on, but I'd like to get a good turnout next time, and hopefully that is a good incentive to join the live stream. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the Nether, and there we go. We have now made ourselves a Nether portal. And I was actually going to make a, what did I need to make? What the heck was that? Oh, I needed to make a pickaxe. That's what it was. I was trying to figure it out. Also, I made this little storage room here. This is actually all the stuff that I had on me, and I just figured, hey, let's dump it. And I thought that I had a, I guess I didn't. I thought I had a pickaxe in there. I figured it was already almost gone anyway, so I figured I'd make a new one. And also, a new update, the texture pack, or not the texture pack, but the shader pack that I was actually using originally. I didn't like it all that much because for recording, I didn't like the lighting. And so I got this new shader pack, and the water actually looks beautiful. And everything looks really great. I think the lava's different, and everything just looks really good. So, yeah, in case you were wondering, I believe I am using... Alright, we need to go deeper. But I think I'm using... I don't even know. I have no idea what it's called. But anyways, I will show you guys that later once I figure out what it is. And do we have nether ores? Let's see. Is that... What the heck is that? That is sphalerite dust. And what is this good stuff, y'all? Netherstone. Alright, so that's redstone ore. And that's some more sphalerite. But what we really need is some of that stuff. And it seems that we spawn right next to one. So that is great. Let's go ahead and parkour ourselves over to here. And what we should be able to do is just build our way up. And I'm thinking what we're going to do is make a little platform underneath this. And we should be able to get our first glowstone of the game, which is super sweet because we are going to need a lot of it, it appears. And yeah, I don't really know why they made it where you need advanced circuits, but I suppose I'm okay with that. I don't really know how I feel about it, but we will deal with it just because that is how it is. Alright, glowstone. This is looking not so promising. We're only getting 2 per thing. I thought it was 3. Oh, there we go. Okay. We got a few out of that one. That's nice. Let's go ahead and get as much as we can. And I think that we should be fine now. We don't need all that much. We can later, once we get a jetpack and stuff going, come back, and that will be sweet. And the lava, by the way, it looks pretty nice. I don't remember if that's done by these shaders or what, but let's go ahead and head back down. We can keep that platform up there if we need it later for something crazy. And I really want to see what this stuff is because I was looking at it like, what is that? I want some of it. And it is actually coal, so that is good. I guess it's going to be a pain in the butt to extract, but no big deal. We should be able to do it just fine. Let's grab this last piece, and let's head back home. So that was a quick nether visit, and I hope we aren't on peaceful. I'm going to have to check that out and make sure that we aren't, because I didn't see any pigment or anything, so we may be for all that I know, and we are. I know for a fact that we weren't on peaceful in the server, so I'm assuming when we switched, it actually went into peaceful. So that's what that was, possibly. Unless, I don't know. Anyways, what we're going to do now is head on up here, and if you guys did notice the title of my live stream, it was actually We Need Copper. Now, mission success. We got 31 copper, and I was actually digging over here. I'm like, la 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 la. Holy crap, there's copper right there. And that's exactly how my reaction went. I was on Skype with, I think, Warhawk and someone else. I don't remember who, but I was like, are you kidding me? There is copper right there. And I couldn't find it this entire time. But eventually I found it, as well as all of this iron. Like, holy crap, I had so much iron. And as you see, I did actually cook up some of that. But I really want to automate our cooking of things, as well as our sorting, because that is a major issue at the moment. Let's go ahead and take our copper, and let's see, that should make bronze. I'm hoping that's the right kind of bronze. Let's go ahead and click on uses, just to make 100% sure. And pulverizer IC2, shapeless IC2. I really need to see. Let's see. Let's go ahead and search through this, and we should be able to figure out that. Alright, let's go ahead and go to search for pneumatic tubes and see if pneumatic tubes are able to be made out of what we have currently. And if not, we are in trouble. We actually need brass, so it is a great thing that we did not do what we were about to. Let's see, so brass dust seems to be a little bit of copper and tin in an alloy furnace instead of in our little crafting recipe thing. That is a great thing that I actually remembered that, because we would have been in trouble. I was actually making the tin plates in order for us to make the, what is it? Let's see, let's throw that. In order for us to make the paint buckets that we are going to need for this. So I might do that off screen, and I think I'm just going to need a bunch of flax seeds. And flax seeds are like the base, I suppose. Let's see, there are a few, and I think we have some bones, so I should be able to get a few more flax seeds that we're going to need. It's about 2 a piece, so you know what? Let's go ahead and throw our, let's grab all of this out, and let's throw the bones into this, and we should be able to grind that up really quickly. And we're not really going to be able to do anything until all of our brass is done, so there's no big deal in doing this. I'm assuming that we're going to get more out of this than we would if we didn't do this, so that is going to be cool. Let's see, we got some iron dust, bone meal. That is great. Actually, we got, what did we get? We got like 6 out of 1 bone, so that is actually great. That's going to be probably about 18 flax we're going to be getting now, so that is actually pretty nice considering we only have 1 at the moment. And we are going to need, I'm going to say about 18 actually, for us to make all of the paints that we're going to need. So there we go. We actually got 24, so that is even better than I thought. Now what we need is a hoe, so let's go ahead and grab 3 of these. And I think we only need 2 though, so let's do this. And bada boom, there we go. We have ourselves a hoe. Now that we have a hoe, what we can do is just head on outside. And probably here, I mean, there's no point in doing it elsewhere. Let's go ahead and just grow this flax. And there we go. So now we got a few flax seeds. As you see, we got about 2 from that. And now we are able to expand over to 3, which is great. And as you see, flax does multiply exponentially as you get it, which is great. Let's go ahead and continue with this farm here. And I know this doesn't look all that great. Actually, I don't know. It doesn't look all that bad if I could keep it like that. But what we're going to do is this should actually be just enough flax right here. And we should be great with this amount. And let's see, 49 string. That is cool. And what we're going to do is just plant a little bit more, and it is actually drying up now because we don't have any water, but that is no big deal because we are going to just use bone meal, so that is great. And now that we have our about 52 flax, what we are going to do is head inside and check on our brass. And as you see, brass is actually rather expensive to make because of the copper. Now, tin isn't all that hard to find, but copper indeed is, because, I don't know, they decided to make it a little bit difficult for me. And we actually had a brand new hoe right there, which is, I guess, a nuisance, but oh well. Let's see. Let's grab 2, right? No, it's only 1. Let's grab 1 sapphire and 2 sticks, and those are not where they need to go. And now we have ourselves a sapphire shovel. Alright, so we're just going to go out and find a little bit of sand, but let's go ahead and sleep. And I think someone on the server decided they wanted to put their bed next to mine. So let's go ahead and there we go. Alright, so now we should be able to go outside and find some sand just over here, as a matter of fact. And as I said in the live stream, that looks like a tornado. So that is kind of funny. So let's grab all of the sand that we can. I don't think we need all that much. About 20 should be fine, and that should give us about 160 pneumatic tubes, I think. I don't exactly remember the recipe ratios or whatever, so we're just going to have to figure out that once we get inside, but no big deal. We should be able to jump over this, and I really hope you guys like the new setup for the house, because it took me a while to do it, and I thought about, like, hey, what if I did it on my live stream or whatever, and I built a builder, and I just used a couple redstone engines to fuel the builder, and guess what? My version of Buildcraft is actually not compatible with, what am I doing? The builder doesn't actually work in my version, so I was like, alright, guess that's not going to work. Let's go ahead, and we should be able to make a few pipes and just set it up, but the next thing that we just need to get going is actually the circuits. So I think, you know what, we used up all that copper, didn't we? Let's see, I think what I'm going to do is just throw the copper in there, and we should have no problem at all cooking this stuff up. And it really is a pain in the butt to do this while recording, so that's why I really would like to get this macerator going. And I don't like having to cut when I am actually doing this, so that is a reason. And I actually made a big issue on the live stream. I figured out that on the server there was, like, I don't know, it was like being a little bit messed up, and I middle clicked on some stuff and it multiplied, so I'm like, okay, really? And so what I did was I just basically threw it all away, because I'm like, you know what, I don't know what I had, so I'm just gonna throw away all of everything that I did duplicate on accident. So that is what happened. So I did end up losing, I think I had 3 copper cables, but no big deal. I just went ahead and threw them away because I did not want to be accused of cheating. And yeah, so that is what happened to all of that good stuff. Let's see. Throw out the dirt, and now we have the glass we need. So let's throw this in here, and we should be able to grab, yeah, there we go. That is a great amount to have, actually. Let's throw that on the ground for the time being, and let's see, we still need glass. Let's throw the gold, and let's see, is this one done? There is 11 glass. That is sweet. Alright, so now that we have all of that done, I should be able to throw, there we go, copper dust. I was trying to find that. I'm like, where is my copper dust? And, alright, so there is all of our coal, and we just need a few pieces of copper, and what we're actually going to need now is a little bit of sticky resin. Now, sticky resin will actually turn into rubber when you cook it. Now, I can also do rubber wood, but I'd have to extract it, and I currently don't have any means to extract it, but soon we should, and that would be great. Ooh, we actually have 8 rubber, so let's just go ahead and grab one more copper ingot from up here, and we should be able to grab most of that once we are done. Let's see, let's grab our copper, and I'll come back and pick up the rest of that stuff later in a sec. And that should be no big deal. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I really wish this was 1.5 because that would make things so much easier in terms of spreading out things. So let's see, can I throw you and you and you in there? And that should be easy. And now I believe we should have just about everything that we need to make an electronic circuit. I do need a little bit of refined iron, I do believe, but that is no big deal. And we also need a little bit of redstone. So let's see, let's take 2 redstone and iron ingot. We don't need you. We can throw dirt, gold, zinc stuff. And I honestly don't see any refined iron. Let's see. There we go. I think we only need that much. So let's go ahead and take this, and we should be able to do this rather quickly. Let's do bada boom, and there we go. So, holy crap, electronic circuits actually look sick in this texture pack. Those look great, to be honest. And we are actually going to need a little bit of lapis. I think we're going to need 2, and we're also going to need 2 redstone. And let's go ahead and, you know what? Is it like this? I think it might be like this. You know what? I'm thinking we need actually 4 lapis, possibly. Let's go ahead and grab that out and see if it is 4. I honestly don't know because I haven't made these in a while, so we will just have to see if this recipe works out. And that is not the recipe. Let's go ahead and check to see. Let's press uses, and I think I'm pretty close. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see, uses for this. I see 2, and hey, we're going to find this somewhere. I just have no idea where the heck it is. Oh, there we go. 2 advanced circuits if we use Electrum. We don't actually have Electrum, and it is for redstone opposed to for lapis. I really thought it was for lapis for some reason. I guess because I figured lapis, since they really like to use it as a conductor, sort of, that it was actually a lot more expensive than it was. But I suppose not. Let's go ahead and go 1, 2, and 1, 2, and our electronic circuit can go there. Alright, so now that we have that advanced electronic circuit, what we should be able to do is actually, let's go over and grab 2 diamonds, or maybe it's 3. I don't exactly remember, but let's go and try to make a macerator. And this macerator is basically going to do exactly what this thing does, but it's going to be much, much faster, and it's not going to be hand-powered, so that is what is really great. Let's see, do I really need diamond dust? Let's see, I think I might be able to just use 3 diamonds. Let's see, diamond dust is... Alright, so there's no big deal. Diamond dust is actually 1 diamond anyways, so we're just going to use our 3 diamonds, and we need 4 flint, so let's go ahead and grab that. And do we need a machine block? Yeah, I figured we did. Let's see, I believe... Let's go ahead and grab 8 of these, and is it 8? Let's see, let me go ahead and make sure. I think it's actually 9, but nope, it's not. Alright, so that is great. Let's place that there. And our diamonds here, and our advanced circuit will go there, and flint in the corners, and we have ourselves our first macerator, which is super awesome because it's a pain in the butt to just go ahead and do all of that stuff manually. And you know what? I'm really tempted to knock out this wall. I don't know how I feel about that, but let's see. You know what? We are going to do it. We're going to knock out the middle portion of this area. I know it looks a little bit cool the way it is, but we are going to knock it out, and we should have a little bit more workspace now that we have this knocked out, and that is really what I'm looking for. I would like to put the machines on that very back wall right there, right here actually, so that should be great that we can do that now. And I'm thinking we could actually move the ladder, so we will have to just figure out how all of this works out. We can leave the skylight sort of thing, and yeah, so I hope you guys actually like this series so far. I don't know, I really put a lot of time into making it look a little bit pretty-ish, I don't know. But, yeah, I hope you guys like this, and I'm starting Fallout. I really need to do Fallout after this episode is completed. And then after we do that, I should be able to work on a bunch of other good stuff. So that will be great once I'm able to get all of that stuff going. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy all of this so far. But what we're going to do is probably place... Let's see, how can we do this? Let's do this, and then what I'm going to do is place our macerator here. And we are actually going to go ahead and take our bat box now, and we should be able to do it like so. And actually, you know what? We might have lost our generator when I was switching over the, let's see. When I was switching between servers, I think I lost a few things, and my bag was one of them. So we're just going to have to see if we can find that bag, but if not, I'm just going to spawn one in. Not the bag, I won't spawn the bag, but I'll spawn the generator just because I don't want to make you guys suffer for something that the computer decided to do. But if I can find our canvas bag, then we should be in no trouble at all. And yep, so we can't do that, so let's see. Generator is here, and I'm going to have to spawn in just because it ate our bag. Now, once again, I only do this just because I don't want to make the series go on forever, and you guys are going to be like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see you make the same thing twice, and I really need to get this stuff started. So, yeah, my game ate what I needed, so that is why I am doing this, and that is the only reason. So, what we are going to do is probably go there, and now what we're going to do is face it in this direction. Now, as you'll see, the little, let's dig right here. As you see, this little side is facing that direction, and that is the direction it will be putting out power. So that is really what we needed it to be doing. Let's throw our generator right on top of this, and as you see, the generator has a nice little GUI, and we should be able to place a little bit of coal right here. And as you see, it does have an internal buffer, which is great, but it's not nearly as high of capacity as this is. And as you see, 32 EU out is all that this will actually accept, I believe. So that is actually a great thing that we have that. Now, you are going, alright, so how am I going to transfer the power over if there's nothing connecting? Well, that is a simple fix. All you have to do is make a little bit of copper wiring. So let's see if we can grab some of that really quickly. I happen not to see any rubber at the moment, and okay, we have 2 rubber. So there's actually a rather simple recipe that we should be able to do. Let's take our, do we have any copper remaining? 2 copper ingots. We actually need 1 more copper ingot for this to work completely, so what I'm thinking we are going to do is, there we go. So now we have all the copper we need, and we should be able to go 1, 2, 3, and as you will see, we will get an uninsulated copper cable. Now, uninsulated copper cable on its own is not all that great to use because I believe you can get electrocuted, but it does look sick, actually, so I don't know. I might use that as, like, a decoration later when we're just rolling in resources, but it does give you 6 for every 3 pieces of copper, so that is great. But as you see, we should be able to take this rubber, and there you go. Very easily, you're able to do it 1 by 1, opposed to the cluster recipe, which is where you actually use multiple pieces of copper cabling, or multiple pieces of copper with 6 pieces of rubber, and that will get you what you want. But as you see, now this is actually connected, and this actually means that you are producing power. So that is really what you want everything to have, and what we're going to do now is build a, let's see, I could build a hopper, but currently I'm not going to do that until I throw this in there. And to build a hopper, I believe you need just a little bit of iron and some wood. So let's go ahead and take our rubber wood. Now, the reason I really like using rubber wood is because you can automatically convert it over into sticks, and it is really good for time's sake. And yeah, so that was a good finding by me, because I didn't know that it would go straight into sticks, but then I'm like, hey, you know what? That goes straight into sticks, doesn't it? So that is great. We have 26 sticks right now, and all we're going to do is create ourselves a wooden gear, and we are going to upgrade this to cobblestone. And once we have ourselves our stone gear, what I believe we should be able to do is grab out our iron and just place our iron like, I believe like that. And I should be able to do this, and actually I think it is an iron gear, so we'll have to see. Let me go ahead and search for this just to make sure that we do have all of this. And, oh, actually you need a chest, that's what it was. I knew that. Let's see. I'm actually going to need a little bit more wood, so let's go ahead and head down to the basement, and I have our wood stored over in here. Should be up top as I thought, and there we go. So now all we need is another chest. Now, I know I could have broken one of those empty ones over there, but I really didn't want to do that just because I don't want to mess with the flow of things now that we have some stuff going. Let's see, now that we have ourselves a chest goes on top, and there we go. So this is going to give us a hopper, and you will see what the hopper does after I get it down, and you can see the GUI. Alright, so it will go on top of your machine, and as you see it, it is shaped like a little funnel, and it does just what it sounds like. It's a hopper, and it is intended to feed things straight into what you are trying to use. So what we should be able to do is just run over here, and let's take out our copper ore. Now, this isn't going to be able to be taken out because it is in the middle slot of the quartz grinder, and we should be able to grab it like that. But now what we're going to do is go ahead and throw the rest of this in there, and as you see, it automatically fed it straight into here. So that is actually great. Let's see, what is our power level? As you see, the power level is constantly declining. Now, that is not all that big of a deal, but what we are going to have to do later on is hook up some solar panels and stuff like that in order for us to get our power going. But for now, we should be able to just use some coal, which is great. Now, next episode, what I really would like to get going is actually an electronic furnace. Now, why am I trying to put that in there? The electronic furnace should allow us to use all of this energy and able to make a few, it'll actually convert EU per tick over into heat, and using that heat, we're obviously going to be able to use it as a normal furnace, but it's going to be a little bit faster, which is actually great, and that is really what I would like to get done, and we fell in that. I need to, like, fence this off or something. We'll have to figure that out later. What we should be able to do is bada boom, and as you see, that is wonderful. Now, the next thing that we're going to have to do is actually, let's go ahead and make these pipes so that we can have it hooked up. Let's go ahead and place a piece of glass, and you're going to be able to make these Buildcraft pipes, and these are actually called wooden transport pipes. Now, you need wooden transport pipes to be able to pull things out of an engine, or out of anything, basically. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do it. So now what we are really going to need is going to be an engine. So let's see how you make that. We are going to need a piston and, redstone. No, let's see. Yeah, let's do redstone engine. I thought about doing another type of engine, but not really necessary. Let's see. All right, so we need a piston, which is iron, cobble, and wood, and I believe we almost have everything. I believe we need another, all right, so that is good, and I think we have everything. Let's grab out redstone in case we need it. Now, I hope I can remember this recipe. All right, so there's that. And then, did it say stone? No, it didn't. It didn't have a gear. So it actually goes like so, and then cobblestone on these sides. And I know this is a vanilla recipe, so I shouldn't have any issues with it, but I still don't really get vanilla recipes all that much. They don't make as much sense as the modded recipes, so that is why I've yet to learn them all. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab out these gears. We should be able to throw these sticks on the floor. And I really want to get this done before we actually continue on with the series. So let's place our glass right there. And there we go. So now we have ourselves our first engine. Now that engine was added in by, I think, Buildcraft. So that is great. Now to power a Buildcraft engine, it actually creates its own power, but there is no GUI or anything like that. But what you are going to have to do is grab a stick and place a piece of redstone to make yourself a redstone torch. Now, redstone torch, once again, is vanilla, but all you have to do now is there you go. And suddenly, all of a sudden, that is going to continue to pump things out of your macerator. And as long as you put it on the proper side, it will actually do so. So as you see, it's pumping that out, and that redstone engine will begin to heat up rather quickly. So that will be great. And I think I'm actually going to be able to get another episode out before we have to live stream again. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, please do let me know in the comments down below. And if you have not yet done so, please do hit the like button as well. And if you are not yet a subscriber, please do hit that button as well. So many buttons all over the place to hit. But if you would like to see more awesome content, please do hit that subscribe button. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. This has been PG Mining 10, and I will see you guys next time. Peace. I ain't all over the flow. Yeah.